Hey there, drone fans. Rick here again from Drone Valley. If you notice that I'm smiling ear to ear, it's because a few minutes ago my doorbell rang and my friendly FedEx guy handed me a box from China. Now, I've been waiting for a particular product from our good friends at DJI for a couple of weeks now, and I'm pretty sure this is it, and I am just insanely excited about opening up this box for you guys. So here's what it looks like. And it's about the size of what I think to be a Spark. Now, I haven't opened the box. You can see it's still sealed. I'm going to pop it open. I'm going to go through an unboxing of the particular product. I want to talk a little bit about the product when I do it, but trust me, over the next 6 or 7 days, I'm going to pump out a lot of clips sort of talking about this product, comparing it to other products on the market, maybe giving you some advice on why I think it may be a good product for you to consider if you're in the market for a drone. But before I dig too deep a hole here, because I really don't know what's in the box, let me rip it open and let's see what we got. So I got a blade here, going to be gentle, so I don't want to cut through anything underneath. I know that you guys are waiting as well. Today's the day that a lot of these are being delivered. Just like you, as soon as they announced that I happened to be at the show, I was fortunate enough to be in New York. I actually ordered one from the show floor to make sure that I'd get it in time to be able to play with it. And yes, here it is. Now, if you ordered it early, you got this extra SanDisk 16 gigabyte memory card, which was a really nice little bonus that they gave you with the product. So yep, it's a Spark. So there's the box. Now, I did buy the Flymore kit. You could buy it a couple of different ways. You could buy the basic kit, I think was $4.99, and I think I'm sure the Flymore kit was $6.99, so there was a $200 difference between it. I bought the Flymore kit because there were extra things in there that I wanted, and I'll go through what you get in the box in a couple of minutes, but let me just open it up and take a look at it. So that's the basic box. It's vacuum sealed here with cellophane on the outside, all the information on the back, including serial numbers, all the stuff you'll need to know about FCC regulations, requirements, weight, shipping information, all that kind of stuff. Very well packaged. I like it a lot. It's also the first time that they've actually double packaged it. So they've got it in shrink wrap and they've got seals on the box as well. So when you get it, you'll know that it's brand new and never been opened by anybody before. Not that you'd expect that. So let's see. Let me pull this thing open. All right, get that off there. Man, this brings me back to being 9-year-olds on Christmas morning. This is just fantastic. So I cut the seal, we pop the top. Oh, this is sweet. So in the Flymore kit, you get, it looks like a carrying case for the quad, and you get a shoulder bag as well, and a ton of other accessories. And I'll go through these individually. Let me just pull these out. So the first thing is the bag. Let me get that out. Very well packaged. And there's the bag. It's a really nice little shoulder bag, you know, about mid-sized bag, and it looks like it's gonna hold pretty much everything you need for the Spark when you're traveling. So let me set that aside real quick. And let me open up the Spark. So there's a nice case with the Spark in it, I assume. And then another box over to the side here that's attached. And a piece of packing, that's it. So let me get rid of this. All right, so in this box, let me open this guy up real quick and then I'll get to the good stuff. So in here we've got, holy smokes, we got a ton of manuals. There's a pile, this is like a deck of cards sized group of manuals there. And the reason I'm excited about that is, you guys know, when I open up stuff, the one thing that frustrates me so much is that a lot of manufacturers have gone to this marketing ploy, I guess, where they don't want to put paper in the boxes because it adds weight and it costs some money to print it. They don't put manuals with the stuff. So what you end up having is a beautiful product that I've then got to go to my website or their website to actually look it up and understand how to fly it. I love the fact that they've built in manuals. This thing is like, this is like a pocket constitution here. This thing is so big and it's got chapters. Oh man, I can't wait to get into this. So I'll devour this stuff at a later date. Let me just throw that aside for now. Let me get to the good stuff. So this to me looks like it's going to be the Spark. So let me open her up. If I break anything here, there it is. Ho, ho, ho. Woohoo! Look at that. So that's the Spark. Now, I did play with it at the show, but I gotta be honest with you, it was pandemonium. There were probably 150 people crammed into this tiny little DJI launch party. They did a fantastic job with it, but everybody wanted to get their hands on it. So when I tried to grab it, you know, the guy from iPhone Do was there. I think he was writing a little song about the Spark on the floor. We had guys from the Digital Circuit was there. Billy Kyle was there. So everybody who's anybody in drones was at that show, and I couldn't get at it. So they had it kind of glued to a table. So this will be the first time I've actually played with the quad. Just get it out there. Oh man, this is sweet. And I know I go crazy every time I open up a new quad from a company, but I don't know. This is going to be a lot of fun to review this over the next couple of days. I'll be outside flying this thing in a few minutes once I get the batteries charged and read through those volumes of manuals, but it's got a really substantial weight to it. It's got a very solid build feel to it. You know, and again, I did play with it a little bit at the show, but having a little more time with it now, and again, over the next couple of days, I'll really give you some great impressions. It looks like they took, in a lot of ways, the Mavic technology and put it in one of those shrink ray machines and shrunk it down, because the blades look like a miniature version of what the Mavic blades look like. The motors look like a miniature version of the Mavic motors. It is a fixed wing. In other words, it's got 4 arms that, and you know this if you've read anything about it, that are locked out in position, but that doesn't seem to slow it down as far as size goes. Man, I like it a lot. I like it an awful lot. So, all right, so in the case, you've got the Mavic, you've got an extra battery if you buy the Fly More combo, and you've got something in here that looks to be extra blades. Okay, so there's extra blades in the kit. Now I'll give you a rundown of everything you get with both sets of the kit. But okay, so there's the new Spark. Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to get outside and fly that thing. Man, that's really sexy. All right, so here's the case. Now this was interesting to me because you can't buy this as an accessory yet. Now they may offer it later on, but you know, for now you can't. It's got the DJI logo embossed on the lower corner there, and just tons of pockets. So let me open this thing up and see what it looks like. All right, inside here, tons of foam packing that we probably don't need once we unpack this stuff. So let me get rid of that. There's some silicone gel, let me get rid of that. Power supply, that's a full-size power supply. Looks a lot like the Mavic power supply. Remote controller, this is the thing that I was really curious about, and it looks like it turned on already, so I have to be careful about that. But there's the remote, and I'll talk about that in a second. Some more foam. Blade prop guards, okay, 4 prop guards. You've also got an AC cord for the power supply, so there's the full power supply. And then in addition to that, that's it in the main cap. Let me see what else I've got. There's a side pocket here that opens up. Let me see what's in there. Okay, and that side pocket, okay, there's the charging dock. So if you buy this kit, that's the charging dock and a USB cable. So that's everything you need there. Let me just talk about these individual components a second. Okay, so that's the case. I'll leave that there. And then this is the 16 gig micro SD card, which is what you'll use in the Spark to actually record your videos. And they give you a little adapter there for the standard size card, the SD card. So nice little touch there because, again, when you get the quad, you're going to go out and fly it, and the last thing you're going to do is be hunting around your desk trying to find a memory card, a micro SD memory card. And you don't want to be stealing one from your Mavic or some other quad because then you get your videos mixed up. So it's really nice to include it. Throw that aside for now. The prop guards are pretty straightforward, and again, I'll do a much more in-depth review of the Spark and how these things work and how they attach and maybe the benefits of what these things will do for you. But they look like clip-ons, and they'll fit obviously on the Spark for indoor flight, certainly. And if you're flying outdoors and you're new to flying, you want to put those prop guards on there because I guarantee you, just like I do and a lot of flyers do, we run into stuff. Even though we've been flying for years, I still run into stuff. So having prop guards on a new quad while I'm still getting the feel for how it flies and how it handles is a good idea. And I know a lot of people pick on prop guards or like, they're training wheels. So what, right? It's going to save your quad. You just spent $400 on a quad, maybe $699 on a quad. You definitely want to have protection on that thing when you're flying it for the first couple of weeks. So pop those prop guards on if you bought this kit. All right, so I'll put the remote aside for a second. One of the big differences between the two kits. Now, in the Fly More kit, you're going to get a listing of things. You're going to get the quad, you're going to get the remote controller, you're going to get 8 propellers. So it's got a full set of 4 and then another set of 4. You get 2 batteries for it. So there's one on the quad and there's one in the case. You're going to get a charger and the power cable. So I talked about that a second ago. And the charger, pretty straightforward. It's got charging capabilities for 1 battery, and it's got 2 micro USB, or I should say full-size USB connections on there that you can charge both the controller and your phone at the same time. So a lot like what the Mavic did a great job with the charger. They give you a micro USB to USB cable. I don't know why it's white, everything else seems to be black, but okay, it's white. You can use this to charge your Android phone if you have a micro USB connection on it. You can use it to charge the controller. The other cool thing is if you have a wall wart or standard charger for the wall, you can charge the quad directly. There's a micro USB connection on here somewhere, and I'll find it in one of my reviews. But you can charge the quad directly with this cable, so you don't need this external charger. And that's really nice if you're traveling because you can have it in the car in the seat next to you and be charging it as you're driving to the location to fly. The 2 reasons I bought this kit, this was one of them, but the other 2 main reasons were that I wanted this dock because I know I'm going to have more than 1 battery, and having this dock allows me to charge 3 batteries with the single charger, and you get the charger. So this larger charger comes with it as well as the dock. That's a huge value. So I'll talk about the differences again in a second between the 2 kits, but that's one major difference. The remote's the second major difference. Now, I'm a remote flyer kind of guy. Even though I can fly with my phone and I fly a lot of different quads with the phone directly, what this remote control will do for you is not only give you the standard stick configuration you're used to, but it'll dramatically extend the range of how far you can fly your quad. So if you're flying your quad from your phone, you're limited to standard Wi-Fi distances. And I'll do a complete clip on the difference between flying on your phone and flying with the remote. But in essence, the remote not only gives you that tactile feedback that a lot of us have come to like that are flying quads, but it also gives you a major extension in your distance. So it's well over a mile with the controller. I think it's 100 meters with just your phone alone. So it's like any other quad being flown through Wi-Fi if you're using your phone. The minute you add this controller to it, you dramatically extend your range and increase your signal strength. So for me, this was absolutely a must. All right, so between the two kits, I've described what you get with the Flymore kit. You can tell I'm kind of rushing a little bit because I can't wait to get this thing on some electricity, charge it up, and get it outside. But in the basic kit, which is where a lot of people are starting, it's going to start off with the quad itself. It's going to give you 4 propellers. It's going to give you 1 battery. It gives you a wall charger that you can use with the micro USB connection to charge that battery directly in the quad itself. And it's going to have the storage box, so you get the storage box with it. So not a bad start, right? I mean, it gives you everything you need to fly the quad with your phone or with the hand commands, and taking pictures. And I'll go into that in more depth. But a really good basic starter kit for you. If you know you're going to want to fly it longer than the battery will provide, you're going to have a second or third battery, or if you want to have the remote, or if you're looking for something to put it in, the Flymore combo or the Flymore package would probably be a better option for you, because I've added up the difference in price. So what you've got is the prop guards themselves, which I threw in the box right here, 19 bucks. The battery that's in here is $49, the charging hub is $69, and the remote's $149. So the difference, or the delta between the two kits, if I bought this and bought all the accessories that came with the Flymore combo, I would have to spend $300 to do that, and I can't even buy the bag. I don't know what the price of the bag is because they don't have it as an accessory yet. They may offer it later, but for me, if I know I'm going to want the remote, or I know I'm going to want the charging hub, the Flymore combo is a well better deal for you. So you can figure out yourself where you're going to go with that, but if you do start with the basic one, you can always add those accessories as you see need for them down the road. So anyway, that's all I had for today. I know I rushed through this clip pretty quickly. I wanted to get it up really fast because I know a lot of you are considering the Spark, and maybe you've got one coming and you want to see what's in the box. I haven't seen too many unboxing videos yet on YouTube for this. I'm not a huge fan of the unboxing videos, but for this one in particular, I wanted you to get a feel for what comes with the Flymore combo, how it compares to the basic kit, and then just get you excited about the next couple of days, because I'm going to start calling this, I think, the 6 days of Spark, where I probably won't sleep much in the next 6 days because I'll be outside flying it, doing teardowns, doing reviews, all the stuff I love to do with a new drone. And I'm real excited about the Spark. And not to get too deep into why I'm excited about it, but just on the surface, I think it's a new class of product. And I'm almost going to call this the summer of small stuff, because there's so many smaller drones coming out that are in that selfie category. So maybe it's the summer of smaller selfie drones. I don't know. We'll figure out some whiz-bang title for it. But in essence, everybody's making smaller drones. So you've got the Spark, which I haven't flown it yet, but just all indications are based on the size of the company and their prowess and the technology. They're king of the hill at this point. But you've got the Dobby out there, which is a less expensive quad that you can fly with your phones, got Wi-Fi distances. I've got a couple other products coming. I've got a Fader product coming. There's the Hesper product coming from the Zerotech guys that build the Dobby. I don't know where that is. I'm waiting for that one to come. And there's a couple other companies that have contacted me with smaller portable selfie drones as well. So I'll be doing a lot of comparisons in the smaller drone category against each other and how they compare to larger or mid-sized quads. So stay tuned for all that stuff. Anyway, I'm rambling because I'm real excited. So thanks an awful lot for watching today. I'll put some links below where you can go investigate this on the DJI website if you want. Drop any questions you have below. I know there's a million questions about the Spark and how it compares to others, and I'll try and answer those in future clips, but I wanted to get this up quickly to give you a feel for what you get in the box. So thanks again for watching. I really appreciate the viewership, and stay tuned because this is going to get really exciting over the next 6 or 7 days. Thanks again. Happy flying.